Secrets of Gloomrot has brought many new resources to collect, as well as some serious changes to resource farming locations. So it's time to spotlight the best of them. This is Aiming for Gaming, and today we're aiming for resource gaining. Copper can be extracted in large quantities from the copper mine, along with Hell's Clarion. Don't overlook chests and remember to consume a worker to boost their resource yield. Sulfur is obtained from the bandit Sulfur quarry. By the way, some nodes are surrounded by explosives which obliterate them with a single precise shot. If you require a substantial amount of copper or sulfur at once, the new Transcendum mine is exactly what you need. However, exercise caution as the enemies there can be formidable. Whetstones are commonly dropped in bandit encampments. The bandit armory is also a fantastic place since you can collect not only whetstones but also stone dust, which is essential for crafting whetstones. Whetstones are almost always found in the chests here, and occasionally they drop from barrels or enemies guarding the areas. As you can see, I visited only one bandit encampment and obtained 5 whetstones, whereas I only needed 4 to construct a grinder. Iron can be extensively mined in 2 locations, the Haunted Iron Mine and the new Iron Cave. To access the cave, you will need explosives or the bear form. I recommend using the bear form for an additional reason. These mines are guarded by numerous golems, but they won't attack you if you're in bear form, unless you provoke them first. Additionally, the bear form enables you to break the massive deposits here, which yields a substantial amount of iron. Golems here also drop iron if for some reason you desire more from your run. The Haunted Iron Mine is a much more challenging place for mining, with all the chaos unfolding everywhere. However, unlike the Iron Cave, it contains chests with other valuable items like sulfur, gems, gravedust and books. Nonetheless, the abundance of enemies in the burning ground make this place less preferable than the Iron Cave. By the way, don't overlook the chests in the tents outside, they usually contain iron ore and other goodies. The ideal location for Quartz in this update is Quartz Quarry, which boasts numerous nodes and workers that enhance your resource yield. Also, be sure to check the houses for additional loot. Scourgestones along with more Mourning lilies and bones can be found in Dunley Monastery, the Church of the Damned, as well as the houses in cursed or ancient villages. Dunley Monastery features multiple containers, each typically containing 1 or more Scourgestones. However, this place is protected by holy radiation, which can only be resisted by crafting a holy resistance potion. The Church of the Damned appears to be easier, as you can collect chests and search graves here. As for the villages, you'll eventually need to visit them for ghost crystals anyway, so you can gather Scourgestones as a bonus. Silver can be obtained through 2 methods. Firstly, there are several nodes in the area to the west of the silver mine. Secondly, you can venture into the mine itself by navigating around and accessing it through the secret passage. Leather and rugged hide can be discovered in the bandit trapper camp, conveniently located near the way gate. This location is filled with cages housing wolves and bears that drop the hides, allowing you to farm them all in one place instead of searching for them in the forests. Don't forget to explore the tents for barrels and chests, which typically contain leather and coarse thread. My farming results from this place amounted to almost 800 hides, 10 leather and some other exciting bonuses. Thick hides can be obtained from dogs and various creatures in all regions except Farbane Woods. For example, bears, moose and wolves in the Hallowed Mountains drop them. Pristine hide is dropped by creatures in the Lurker dwelling. Alternatively, you can pay a visit to Graceful Village at night. During this time you can eliminate the villagers when they transform into werewolves and they drop a decent amount of hides. Ensure that you carry out this task at night, as they revert to their human form with the first rays of sunlight, resulting in human drops instead. This tactic works both ways, allowing you to weaken several villagers, wait for the nightfall, and easily eliminate them in their werewolf form to obtain loot for free. Fish oil can be acquired in villages, or you can convert fish into oil and fish bones. Silkworms can be found in the spider cave, where both spiders and cocoons drop them. Cocoons also contain various loot and sometimes even people and spiders. By the way, clicking the like button on this video will show me that you enjoyed it. It's very important to me and motivates me to make more videos for you. To farm mutant grease and tech scrap in the new Gloomrot zone, you can take advantage of the ongoing battles between mutants and humans and collect their drops. These fights occur frequently near the radiated water, providing ample opportunities for gathering resources. However, the most convenient area for farming is undoubtedly the Pools of Rebirth. Here you'll encounter large groups of both factions engaged in combat, resulting in quick drop collection. Another location worth exploring is Rustlock village, where each house usually contains 1 to 3 containers filled with tech scrap, mutant grease, coins and scrolls. Tech scrap and depleted batteries can also be easily acquired in the Transcendent camps, 2 of which are conveniently located near the way gates. Simply eliminate the guards and destroy the scrap piles, but exercise caution as some of them may explode. Gold jewerly can be obtained in Bright Heaven, either from chests found in human form or from enemies. However, beware that these enemies are the most formidable foes in the game. Bones, mourning lilies and the occasional Gravedust are abundant in the Forgotten Cemetery or infested graveyard. Make sure to thoroughly search graves and containers, as they often hold valuable items. As a bonus, some graves may reveal rats. Mid-game gems can be mined in the Bedrock Pass, as it boasts numerous veins rich in precious stones. For endgame gems, venture into the veins of the 2 harpy located in the Silverlight Hills. However, prepare yourself for tough battles, as these areas are infested with the angry mobs. Ghost crystals can be obtained by mining nodes in the Cursed or Ancient village, both of which offer a plentiful supply. Additionally, Spectral dust and other valuable drops can be acquired from mobs or found in containers throughout these locations. The Gleaming Meadows is undoubtedly the best location to gather fire blossoms, blood roses and snow flowers. You'll find an abundance of them there. Hell's clarions can be found in Bear Cave, as well as in various mines such as a copper mine and haunted iron mine. They thrive in these environments, like this one here. For cotton, wool, cloth, sunflowers and the occasional valuable worker with good blood quality, follow a clockwise route through several farms, starting from the Waygate and ending at Dawnbreak village. Wardrobes in these farms often hold copper and silver coins, books, fish oil and much more. When harvesting crops, it's advisable to use Array of Effect attacks to collect multiple plants simultaneously. Some farms have garlic protection, which may debuff your vampire, but you can mitigate this by using bear form, increasing your garlic resistance and allowing for faster recovery. Alternatively, you can craft a garlic resistance brew once you've learned the recipe. Witch huts offer a supply of ghost shrooms. Sacred grapes can be found in the Bright Heaven vineyards. You can either cut them from the vines or collect them from containers. Plague briers are found in the woods of Gloomrot. However, the most convenient farming spot for plants is your own garden. Simply plant the seeds and easily harvest the plants. Utilize excess plants as a source of pollen, which can then be converted into coarse threads. You can obtain paper by farming bandit camps, scrolls by looting militia encampments and Rustlock village, and schematics by searching army outposts. However, keep in mind that you already acquire sawdust from processing wood. By combining sawdust with plant fiber in a paper press, you can efficiently produce paper, which serves as a great farming method. Once you have paper, it can be further converted into scrolls. And if you have a surplus of scrolls, they can be converted into schematics. You can construct tombs and vermin nests in order to cultivate certain resources such as silkworms, mutant grease or scourgestones within your stronghold. However, it's important to note that this method requires the expenditure of other resources, so it's not the same as acquiring them freely in their respective zones. Additionally, you have the option to dispatch your servants on raids, which can yield a substantial amount of resources in the background. Nonetheless, it's important to remember that these operations are time-consuming and limited to 1 active raid per zone. Resource farming becomes significantly easier when you have a worker with a decent blood type. If you happen to have a worker with less than 100% blood quality, you can improve it by feeding them a radiant gruel. This will boost their blood quality by 1 or 2%. However, it's important to note that there is a 35% probability that your prisoner may undergo a mutation when using this method. So there is a certain element of risk involved, and you'll need to weigh the potential benefits against the possibility of a mutation. In the endgame, an alternative to blood extraction is using blood Merlot. This option consumes fewer health points and induces less misery, making it a worthwhile choice for acquiring blood resources. I hope with this spotlight you have achieved what you were aiming for today. For more spotlights, simply visit my channel and consider subscribing, it's that easy. Thank you all for watching and see you next time.